Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. I've had requests for the nutrition that I would use on a very long ride, and in this video I aim to cycle 100 miles on zero carbs and go over the nutrition that I use. It's a fascinating journey from just south of Tucson, Arizona, all the way to the Mexican border and back. And as I was making the video, I realized that the question of what nutrition do I use on such a ride might not be the most important question. I think there's another question that is much more important, and I'll go through that at the end of the video. But for now, enjoy this zero carb challenge. That's all I've got. I haven't got any food, so I don't feel like I'm going to need it. I haven't had any food. Did I mention I never brought any food? Well, here I am at the Mexican border. I've just been up there. I wasn't meant to go so far, apparently. I passed the camera that I shouldn't have passed. But yeah, I'm just right at the border. That's 47 miles done. It's maybe not even a hunger pang. It's maybe that you just want a little drink. It's maybe that you don't need anything and your body will absorb that moment and kick in with a bit more energy itself. My distance is saying 158.7 kilometers. So what do you do? I just want to let you know that zero carbs were harmed during the making of this video. But yeah, nutrition wise, I probably had, good morning. It's Sunday morning and looking to do a long ride today. See how the legs feel, but all going well, I'm hoping to do up to about 100 miles. I'm in a place called Arivaca Road, next to the Longhorn Bar and Grill. So if you're looking for somewhere to park, aim for the Longhorn Bar and Grill, and you can park up here. Along this road here, to my left, is the Arivaca Road, and if you follow that, if you go far enough, you'll come to the Mexican border. And so it's possible today that we'll get that far, but it depends how the legs feel. We'll see how we go. It's a week after Oceanside 70.3, and it's only 2 or 3 days after Mount Lemmon. So yeah, and nutrition wise, I had a bit of a nightmare coming down Mount Lemmon, in that one of my aero bottles must have fallen off the bike, but that's given me scope for reducing the amount of nutrition today because I've got one less bottle. But in the front I've got the usual mixture of water with electrolytes, so that's 700 millilitres in there. On the back I've got a mixture of ice and water with electrolytes. Hopefully it'll stay cool, but it's going to heat up, and by the time I get to drinking this it'll probably be lukewarm. And in the aero bottle I've got the famous raspberry brom mixture with MCT powder. That's all I've got. I haven't got any food, so I don't feel like I'm going to need it, and as an emergency I can probably stop in Arivaca on the way back. Maybe have a cough there. Anyway, we'll see how we go. But okay, that's it for now, and I'll check in with you later. So this road, Arivaca Road, is a very quiet road. That's why I've come here really. It's quiet. The road is in pretty good condition overall, very good actually. And it's very scenic as well once you get going. About half an hour drive south of Tucson, about 45 minutes south of Oro Valley. As we look ahead, you can see it's kind of undulating, but the general trend on this first part of the ride is a gradual uphill. But that means that on the way back you get a really nice flowing gradual descent back to the car, which is great fun. One of the good things about this ride is that you get a good mixture of the TT position and the upright position. I've forgotten how fantastic the quality of the road is actually. Very quiet, very little traffic. You can probably hear the wind now, so quite high up, relatively speaking, compared to when we started. And it's amazing how much wind you can get in the desert. Just arriving in Arivaca, and we've done just over 20 miles. So I'd say about 22 miles, I think. Almost a quarter of the way there if everything goes to plan. It's just a tiny little town in the middle of Arizona, middle of nowhere. I'm hoping that on the way back I can stop and maybe have a coffee or some sparkling water or something. Okay, so let's carry on, maybe to the Mexican border. If you're ever in the Tucson area, cycling this road has got to be on your agenda. Really good quality tarmac, very little traffic, beautiful scenery. A bit windy. Most people who do this route would come to the end of this Arivaca road and turn back. It's about 35 miles we've done to here, so that would be obviously a round trip of about 70 miles back to the car. And that's where the pristine road conditions end. We're going to go though onto this road, which is the 286. It's still okay, not brilliant, but still okay. And we've got 12 miles to the Mexican border. On my left is the entrance to the Buenos Aires Wildlife Refuge, and I'll pop in there on the way back because it's 3 miles down the road to the actual clubhouse, if you like, and my round trip to the border probably be around 94 miles, so I need to pop into the Wildlife Refuge, get that extra 6 miles on the way back, make sure we can hit the ton. I haven't had any food. Did I mention I never brought any food? So yeah, I'm not feeling hungry. Just under 5 miles to go to the border. Wind's directly into me at the moment, which psychologically means that I'll get the benefit of it on the way back. I think I can see the mile marker there, or is that 2 miles? Not sure. Very close to the border now. Out the saddle, stretching the legs. The wind is blowing. Oh, it's the 2 mile marker to the border. Well, here I am at the Mexican border. I've just been up there. I wasn't meant to go so far, apparently. I passed the camera that I shouldn't have passed, but the border guards were very nice and courteous, and they actually offered to take pictures with me and the bike at the gate into Mexico. So I've got a couple of pictures that I'll be posting. Hopefully you'll be seeing them now if I'm making the video. But yeah, I'm just right at the border. That's 47 miles done, and turning around, heading back to Arivaca, where I might stop for some water or a coffee or something. And on the way back I'll go into the Buenos Aires Refuge to add on the extra 6 miles to make up the 100 by the end of the day. So I'll check in with you later. On the way back now, spending more time in the TT position. Got the wind on my back. Still quite undulating. And we're heading now to the Buenos Aires Wildlife Refuge to add on a few extra miles. Temperature's heating up. Just a wee sip. Refilling at the Wildlife Refuge. Found a fountain with cold water. Fantastic. So this wildlife refuge is closed and there's absolutely no one around, and it's quite tranquil. So there's the visitor centre on the left here, and if you just look at the view here, looking out onto this plain with the hills in the background, quite stunning, and it's really peaceful being here on your own. Okay, let's crack on then. Heading to Arivaca, maybe to stop there for a cuppa. It's nice to be back on the smooth tarmac of Arivaca Road. About 2/3 of the way there now. Still not hungry. Thought it might be worth talking a little bit about nutrition. So, I'm drinking to thirst, and my mouth's quite dry because of the desert air. So what I'm finding is that I'm just taking sips of the water with electrolytes and keeping it in my mouth for quite a while, just to give you that feeling that you're actually getting some liquid taken in. As far as hunger pangs, they come and go when you do these long workouts. And before I reached the border, I was feeling what I thought was kind of like hunger pangs, but what I find is that just bear with it. It's maybe not even a hunger pang. It's maybe that you just want a little drink. It's maybe that you don't need anything and your body will absorb that moment and kick in with a bit more energy itself. And that's often what happens. So, yeah, drink to thirst. Let your body deal with the hunger pangs. And of course, if you don't bring food with you, you can't succumb to taking any. Just walking through Arivaca, and tiny little place. There's the gas station across the way there. Get some groceries in there. And here we've got something called La Gitana Cantina and Cafe. So I'm gonna stop here, and I'm desperate for some cold water. I might have a coffee, but I think most importantly I want something really cold. All the fluids on my bike, because of the hot temperature, they're like really warm. Anyway, in we go. Just enjoyed a nice coffee stop and got some cold water. Really refreshing. Highly recommend La Gitana Cantina here in Arivaca, tiny Arivaca. So we've got about 23 miles left. Just reaching the top of the hill as you exit Arivaca, and you get to the point where it's pretty much rolling, gradual downhills all the way back to the car after this. So looking forward to that. Enjoying the reward of the way back. Pristine road conditions, very quiet, wind slightly behind, and quite a bit of it with a slight downhill. So most of the effort's been done today. About 20 miles to go. About 5 miles to go. Ooh, still takes a bit out of you. Nearly 100 miles. Mount Lemmon last Thursday. Oceanside 70.3 a week ago. Into the final mile. And my brain feels good. My stomach feels full. Yes, my legs are a bit tired, but that's only natural. So overall, it's been a good ride. I'll speak to you back at the car. So I've just got back to the car, and my distance is saying 158.7 kilometers. So what do? Well, as per one of my other videos, you say to yourself, how important is this ride? And the answer today is, it's very important. I set off to ride 100 miles on 0 carbs. And that's what I'm going to do. So, bear with me. It's coming up for 150, come on, 159. So I will check in with you when I've done 100 miles, 160k. I just want to let you know that 0 carbs were harmed during the making of this video. So 100 miles from here at the beginning of Arivaca Road, all the way to the end through Arivaca, and down the 286 to the Mexican border. 47 miles one way, and then a little add-on in the Buenos Wildlife Refuge on the way back to make it up to the 100 miles. Behind me you can probably see the Longhorn Bar and Grill, and I remember I came here last year and this place was closed. It looked like it was permanently shut down, so it looks like it's open again, so that's good news for business. But yeah, nutrition wise, I probably had, I don't know, 700 millilitres of water and electrolytes during the whole ride. I filled up with cold water at Arivaca on the way back, which was good, but it warmed up so quickly afterwards. It's like 30 odd degrees here, so the water gets lukewarm quite quickly. The raspberry bromide MCT powder, I barely touched, but only because I just didn't feel the need for it. Just didn't feel the need for it. So anyway, I shall look forward to making another video and another 0 carb adventure. Well, I hope you enjoyed that 0 carb adventure. And as I promised, I said I would come back at the end and talk about a more important question than what nutrition do I use on such a long bike ride. And the more important question, I think, is how did I get myself into a position where it was possible for me to cycle 100 miles with 0 carbs? And that's made me think that in future videos, I think I'll also focus on how did I transition to this low carb lifestyle, what my diet is on a day-to-day basis at the moment, and how did my body become fat adapted so I could do this ride without any carbohydrates. So what I'll do now is leave you with some Training Peaks data, and I look forward to seeing you soon.